Guys, did you know with acrylic palettes like this, all you have to do to clean them is, if you use acrylic paint on them or oil paint, use a scraper of any sort. This is a plastic one. And all you do is just drag your scraper across it and it comes off. It's that easy. This paint is dry. This is from 2 nights ago. And it's just super simple to do. And if it's a little hard, if you run into an area that it's hard, just squirt it with a little water. And then you can keep scraping. I love these. It's a great way to clean your palette. It's easy to do. You can scrape them as clean or not clean as you want them. And like I said, if it's a little hard, keep scraping or squirt it with just a little bit of paper. Squirt it with just a little bit of water. And it will slowly come clean. This one had red paint on it just a few seconds ago. I scraped it off. There's still a little bit left, but all I have to do is bring my scraper around and go over all the little bits and just wipe it off. And then it's all clean again. And if there's paint on the other side I want off, just scrape the other side. Because I'm famous for one day I'll put paint on one side, the next day that'll be dry, but I don't want to take the time to scrape it. I'll paint on the opposite side. I scrape them when both sides have paint. But it's that easy. Acrylic paint's a good thing. Acrylic palettes, a good thing, and I got 2 for not very much. I'll link them down below. And these little plastic scrapers are just like little plastic paint scrapers you can get from Walmart. I got a pack of this one and a bigger one. Hey guys, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to start with paint scraping, but I wanted to show you that and I was in the middle of doing it. Welcome back to Creativity and Inspiration. How's everyone doing? I hope your day is amazing. This is the more art-centered video, obviously. And it's probably going to be over a day or two because I thought I would just bring you along as what I do in my day as an artist. And kind of show you what happens behind the scenes in an artist studio. And one thing that you may have noticed or people have commented on before is that my space is very crowded. It is very crowded. This room is only 7 by 7, so it's a small room. Plus, I'm in my 50s, so everything in here has collected over the years. And I have gotten rid of stuff, but I hate to get rid of books. I'm sorry, I was of the generation that liked to have a handheld book. And unfortunately, I still like to have a handheld book. Plus, with my eyes being kind of messed up from my optic nerve swelling a couple of years ago, paper books are way better for me than screen books. So, and is there a lot of stuff? There's really not as much stuff. It's more books. Books are on every surface you see. And the stuff would probably fill one bookshelf. The books fill 4, 5, 6, 7 bookshelves of books. So anyway, and I have thinned those down, by the way. But I just like to read. But I think I'm going to rearrange. The only thing is I hate to do that because when I start, it's a whole thing. But I think we're going to start. Not today, but we're going to start. Anyway, so this is a day in my artist life. I'm going to share to you what it looks like behind the scenes. And there's a lot. So, come on. Come on, let's go. This is probably this big 24 by 30 canvas is probably the big elephant in the room. It's the blank canvas. I'm going to start on it. It's going to be mountains. I just haven't. I primed it. Well, I gessoed it, and then I did the underpainting of the fluorescent red, which I love. It's just I haven't started it yet. Last night I went to pickleball lessons, my second class. It was so fun. If you love tennis, you'll love pickleball because it's easier. And it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I'm taking lessons through my city's rec center, and it's just a blast. So, anyway, it's good for you too because you get exercise and you get social interaction. So, if you have a job like artist or YouTuber where you are alone a lot, I'm a caregiver as well. My husband doesn't talk a lot. If you just are in a marriage or not in a relationship and you find yourself alone a lot, social interaction is great. Any type of class or sporting, anything is good. Pickleball's fun though, guys. Pickleball's fun. Okay, I posted some new paintings on my website. I'm gonna submit them to a show tonight. I've showed y'all how to do that on Cafe Art before, which is fun. Now I'm gonna bring you over here. Okay. Okay. Don't worry, I'm gonna go to the overhead camera in a minute. But this is what I'm working on next. This is the most stuff right here that I use all the time in paper crafting. I don't know. Do y'all have? These are all little pullouts and they're full of bits and pieces of paper crafting. I clean this out once a month, but it always gets messy. I have my washi tape on top right here and my sticker collection right here. But that's what all that is. That's just paper. And this is the only paper for paper crafting I have, except for some big paper pads there at the bottom of my closet. This I will keep. This is great. But today, what are we doing today? We're working on these. This is in my sketchbook, or one of my sketchbooks, and I want to make some cards. I'm trying to get more affordable options up on my art website. And I was talking to some established artists, and of course paper art is way more affordable, especially small. So this is a crepe myrtle. It's a 5x7. It's going to go up on my website. This is a frog. It's going up there. This is my cactus wren. It'll be up on my website. This is the Perry homestead here in Carrollton. And this is like a platter on a summer picnic tablecloth. So these are some of the paper I have already done, but I'm trying to get more. Because I've always done on canvas. I'm trying to focus more on paper while still doing canvas. And if you watch my video about artist hacks and the mono printing, I showed you how to make your own stencil, jelly plate it, and then print it off on paper. And these are all the prints we got. Well, my stencil's kind of getting worn out, but I don't want to get rid of it because I love it. I think it's gorgeous. So I thought I would make a mixed media card, and let's see. And I thought what I would do is put it on the card, and this is a shape I cut out for something else, but I thought, you know what? Let's put that shape on the vase, and that's a cute card. Probably do something in the background so it's not so plain, but that's going to be a card. I might make a whole series of vases. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, these are my cards, and I thought, I need to use these. I've had them for a while. Let's make some cards. And I decided I wanted to make some vegetable cards. So I have my eggplant, my beans, and my carrot. And that's what we're going to work on today, is we're going to zhuzh these up because they look like that, but for a card, they've got to be zhuzhed. And why am I doing it in my scrapbook first? Because I want to get it right. Because you don't want to mess up on the cards. The cards are more expensive, and I have a lot of scrapbook paper to play with. So we're going to work on that. So we're going to move all this off. And we're going to, I'm going to switch you. And I think for the zhuzhing part, I'm going to use just my regular Posca. For the card, I'll use acrylic paint. This is acrylic paint right here, but I think for the card, I'll use all acrylic paint. I don't know, I might not. I might use my Posca. I might use my Posca now for sure. So let's switch. Alright guys, before we zhuzh up these vegetables, I thought I would share some older prints that I'm probably going to list. They're in little sleeves, but I have this print. This was all done with the paint and the roller, but instead of a jelly plate, I used glass. And they're all a little different. So that's all those. I was thinking I might put those up. And then these are cards that I did before. These are mixed media cards. Oh, I think it goes this way. These are some mixed media cards I've already done. I don't think this one's not done. I like this one. So these are all done. That one that I just had down there wasn't. So these are some mixed media cards that I thought I would make available on my website. I did these back in 2020. They're really cute. They are kind of, you know, they're 3D, so to send them, you would probably have to include a little more postage, but they're so pretty. You've got orange and pink. You've got yellow. You've kind of got blue, yellow, and orange. Then a pink. And then a purple with the cute little... Okay. Like I said, those were from a few... Those are all done. Those are mixed media. And then this one's mixed media, but I don't think it's done. It needs more color. So we'll fix that. And then these are some cards that I painted. There we go. So there's those two. And I'm not done with these either now looking at them. But even the envelopes, I painted on the envelopes of these. So, but I will add to those for sure. And that was it. Okay. So how are we going to zhuzh up these to make cards out of them? And I'm going to show you some things I was thinking. And we're just going to use our black and our white Posca markers. And I thought we would just do some... Okay, so see, that zhuzhes them up. It gives them some interest. And then too, on the back of them, let me grab my pastels for a second. I'm just going to kind of rough this in a little bit just to get an idea of how it looks. That's why I'm doing these in my sketchbook, so I can see if I like the marks, how they translate with the vegetables, almost the fruits, with the vegetables, and if I want to keep them or if I want to do something else. Yeah, I like that. So I'll do the light acrylic first, lay that down first. Now let's do, is this a light green? I guess we'll see. I don't know. I don't think that's the right color. Let's try this green right here. Let's try this. No, that's not gonna look good either. Okay, well, maybe we'll just leave the peas like that. And I'm gonna try the pastel orange behind the carrots here. Let's put a circle. I don't want it to look like a heart, so it'll be more round, but yeah, I like the softer orange. Okay, so these will be like this one will be like this. I'm happy. So these are 3 cards. Once I get them on cards, that will be up on my website. And then I'm gonna add to this one and this one. And I'll add probably a background like one of these to this one, only probably a pink or a green background to this one. But I will have this series of heart rainbows or heart primary colors up on the website soon. And I will have these mixed media cards also up on the website soon. I'm happy with the way those turned out. Oh, before we go for today, we're gonna go back to the other camera because I want to talk about something else that's kind of sitting, well, 2 things because I'm trying to decide. I told you, artists have a lot of stuff going at one time. In fact, I'll show you a couple of different things. Okay, guys, I don't know how many of you saw this the other day. Let's see if I can get this back a little bit. Okay, guys, I don't know how many of you saw this the other day, but it was a painting. It didn't have the black in. It was just the hummingbird, the flowers. I put the black in to kind of add some grounding because it needed it. I haven't done anything else with it. Of course, it won't stay like this, but I don't know if I like it, and I don't know if I like the green background, if I want it solid green. So those are some things I'm kind of waiting to see about. And I don't know what I'm going to do with this. Now, to me, it overwhelms it. So this is something that's going to just sit in this space till I figure out how I want to proceed. And a lot of artists do that. That's very common. When I put that green background in, I had a bunch of green paint left over. So I pulled out this sketchbook and put the green paint on here. I haven't proceeded because I don't think I like this green just all over it like this. Like, I want it solid, but I don't know if I do. So I'm kind of waiting to see what direction I take with the flowers and the hummingbird before I decide what I'm going to do with this big thing. So this is sitting. But the good thing about this is if I want to work on something else big, I can just turn the page. Lastly, this is a small canvas glued onto a bigger canvas. This is a bat cave. It's going to be not Batman bat cave, but Bat's bat cave. And I'm doing the newspaper around the opening only, so it's like rocks. I wanted something to give it like texture and everything. So I'm pretty happy with the way it's coming. It's just such a pain to glue paper onto here. But you can glue other canvases onto canvas. Anyway, so most artists have tons of things going on at one time. You just do. Because if you get stuck on one thing, like my hummingbirds, you have something else to go to. And a lot of artists prep big canvases and then the canvas is just sitting there. Because once I start, I'll be fine. But the big, bright red space is just kind of intimidating in the beginning. But this is the other canvas that I gessoed over and need to do the bright red too. Same size. And then this is a canvas. This one's actually a little bigger. Whoops, hold on. This canvas is drawn ready to start the painting, but it's a big yellow canvas. And why do I underpaint in these colors? Well, one, this one is going to be a desert scene. It's like the Serengeti, okay, because it's got lions on it. So the yellow is going to add warmth to the tans, browns, oranges. So, and it's going to have a lot of yellow in it. So that's why I did yellow on this one. Why is the one behind you red? Because the red really gives you a good true value on greens and on blues. Plus, that color, if you miss a spot, you definitely see it. And I'm going to let a little bit of that color shine through. I love that color. So that's why. Did I tell you? So how many canvases that either ready or waiting to be worked on? See, 1, 2, 3, 4 are ready or are being worked on, and then 1 is ready to be underpainted. So that's 5. Plus, I'm working on the cards and all of the paper. I didn't even start any more 5x7s, but I have these. I think these are 8x10s all prepped for more paintings. So it's constant, especially when you are a working artist. You want art up on your website. You want to put options that if somebody maybe wants some of your work but they can't afford the canvas, they could afford something smaller like paper. And that's what my website's been lacking. Not because I don't want to do it, just because I haven't focused. I haven't had time. I have had commissions. I've done commissions, art commissions. I've been busy. I do art calls. Why do I submit my artwork to galleries? Because it's a chance for galleries. It's a chance for art lovers, art professionals to see my work. And you could always, from submitting your work, you could make sales, obviously. That's always the hope. But also maybe a gallery sees your work and wants you to become part of their artist. They want to represent you. So that's another reason I do it. So I have quite a few that I need to prep. Some tonight, some tomorrow night. Oh, and I have one, hold on. And then these are the 2 trees or forests that I was just talking about. I'm submitting these tonight. This is called Prism because this one is like a kaleidoscope, this one. If you wonder why I didn't like this, my husband and I used to hike all the time and during the summer. And the summer sun playing through the leaves of the trees always created really unique patterns and colors, and that's what both of these represent. Also, so I'm submitting these to a show tonight. And then, where will we go? Oh, right here. This is a mixed media piece I did. And this represents nature, earth, growing, that sort of thing. This is actually accepted into a show, and it will be shipping out at the end of August for a show in September in Pennsylvania. And it's all like fabric, paper, lace. It's really cool. So anyway, so I'm not kidding when I tell you being an artist is crazy. Things are, I mean, there's stuff everywhere, obviously, and there is. I know some of y'all have complained about that in the past. It's just the way it is. Alright guys, I'll see you guys. We are starting our day today with a walk. So excuse the way I look, but I thought I'm going to do this before I shower. It's kind of humid out here, but we're getting our walk in, which is good. And then it's another busy day in the life of an artist. I submitted last night. I'll know Monday on those. I've got some submissions for today. So we're going to go home and look at those, tweak them if I need to before I submit them. But first we're going to go home and shower. So I'm doing my walk. And because remember, even if you're an artist or a creative and you're in your space, you need to get out and move. Keep your core good, because if you don't, you're gonna fall. You're gonna have balance issues. And just by walking a little bit every day, you will get stronger, your core will get stronger, your legs, your lungs, your bones, everything, your circulatory system all gets better. Okay, well, that's my personal training talk for this morning for you guys. I'm gonna finish my walk, shower, and I'll catch you in the creative space. Okay guys, I thought I'd show you. I got the outline on my big canvas done. You can see the chalk there. And I started laying down just a little bit of paint. And I kind of wanted to show you how the dark green looks right now. And then I'll show you at the end and the brown, and you'll kind of be amazed at the difference. This is just the very first layer. So I got that done last night. And then, all right guys, I've had a shower, started my day, kind of dragging, a lot of pain today, but that's having chronic pain. This though, I glued the shape down on the vase, and now the vase is going on this card. This card I was trying to figure out, what am I gonna do? Am I going to glue this down, put in the black stems, and then put little dots? You know, I wanted to do something different. So I got the paint, the color of the vase, and I went outside and with a brush, that's kind of messed up, its brush bristles are everywhere, I flicked paint all over it, and I kind of love it. So now what I'm going to do is take my glue and glue my vase down on here and draw in my stems only in black, and I think that will be it. I'm not going to list this one yet. I want to get a few vase cards made before I list them, and maybe some prints too. I want to kind of have a body of this to go up, of the vases, and maybe the fruits too. I haven't quite decided. I haven't started the fruit card yet. Probably tonight I will do that. Okay, there we go. And then I was deciding, lots of decisions. That's how I know I don't feel good. I'm having indecision. I was deciding, do I want the stems to be Posca? Do I want them to be one of my art pens? And I don't want them to overpower the vase or the paint flecks. So I think first we're going to try the art pens, and then I'll decide if I need to go with the Posca. But let's get this. I may need to put this under a book until it dries. We'll see. Okay, and then I just want them to kind of flick out. So I'm not even gonna hold it like down here. I want it to be real loose, real kind of uncontrolled. So I'm gonna hold it up at the top and just kind of but I think they need to be a little thicker, so that's fine. Now that they're there though, I'm gonna go in with the brush pen and see how they look. Yes, quite happy with that. Okay, so we're gonna let this kind of get stuck down really good, and then we will make more. So when this is dry and set all the way, I'll bring it back and show you. But I really like the speckles, the paint splatters underneath. For sure that was a good move. Okay, let's talk about the cards I showed you yesterday. Okay, all of these prints were made on glass. These are not jelly plate. These were made on the glass of a picture frame, and these are all going up. I put red, yellow, blue on the glass of the picture frame and rolled it out, and then I put in like a heart shape, or I drew like curly cues in it, lines, that kind of stuff in the paint, and then I put my paper and rolled with a clean roller to make the imprint. So these are going up. There's only 4. And this one has like, this one is the only one with words. And it says, love yourself. Love hard every day. Love each other. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. The rest are just plain no words. So those are going to go up. And then the cards that are done. This card yesterday, this flower was just drawn on with ink. There was no trail or white dots. I added all of that in. And I'm happy. This card's done. So it's going to be listed under mixed media cards. I was thinking about adding to this one, but I think, nope, I'm going to stop and go ahead and list that one and this one. So 3 mixed media cards will be up there and done. These are what I'm calling my mid-century minimalist cards. They're done. I'm leaving them the way they are. Their envelopes also have a little paint on them as well. Like I said, minimalist cards if you like minimalism. Now, for these last 3, they just, to me, are screaming, do something else with me. So I may regret it on these 2, but I'm going to do something else. This one definitely needs a lot of help. So they'll be going up as soon as I get done with them. I don't know when that'll be, but you can watch. I'm also going to be listing the paper art I showed you yesterday. The frog, the crepe myrtle, the bird, the cactus wren. And then I turned the page on my sketchbook because I'm happy with the vegetables. If you didn't see the vegetables yesterday, these are going to be either small originals or cards that I'm going to do. I haven't decided. Now I'm thinking I'm going to start some more. I might work on the vases, or I might start a series of cats. I haven't quite decided because my cat postcard that I love so much, I donated. So I might make another few different cat 5x7s. It actually wasn't a postcard size. It was a 5x7 size. So that may be what I do next on here. But right now, this is all well and good, but it's going to have to wait because I need to work on... So I'm going to go work on paintings.
Yeah, but let's wrap this up. So
guys, that's like what goes on in my life when I'm not making videos for you guys. I am kind of flitting around between a lot of different art projects. I'm talking to people about commissions. I'm working on my website. There's just a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes. But mostly I work on art. I try to go back and look at old art. Can I make it better? Do I need to wipe it? And then there's the art that you will find just sitting with me trying to figure out what the heck. And this one is still what the heck. I think what's throwing me is the background. I know what I want the background to look like. I don't think I went about it right. So I think I'm going to go in with the green and paint over, well, not where there's yellow, but paint over as much of it as I can. And then go over that with white paint, drag white paint over the green, and see if I like that effect better. And then I'll decide what I want to do with this and this. It needed to be there, but I don't know if that's what needed to be there. Like I said, a day in an artist's life, right? Okay, guys, I will see you on Saturday where we are doing appliques. Have a great day. Bye-bye.